What's up guys, welcome back. So what is a program? What do you do in a program? Why is it necessary for growth? So let's put it this way. A program is essentially the best way in which you can optimize your performance or reach your goals in the most fastest way. As simple as that. Now, why is there a confusion? I've always noticed that when we talk about programming, I always get this question. Sir, today I did 15 kgs on bench press. Next week, I'm going to do 17.5. And after that, I'm going to do 20. And then I'm going to do 25. And it just keeps going on and on. I mean, there is progress, right? But it's ever so slightly. It is also very subjective to the goal. The biggest confusion is when you mix up a number of things in one. The idea is this: it takes time. The number one key to optimize performance or reach a goal is time, period. It's extremely important. For example, if you want to have big muscles, you want to be strong and you want to have quality endurance, it's not going to happen in a 3-month program. It'll probably take years, but the idea is this: you want to go in that approach. For instance, if I had to look or rather approach an athlete with this perspective, I would first work on endurance, then hypertrophy, and then on strength. And the time period would vary based on what his priority is and what his goals are. Right? So when you talk about programming, is very specific to an athlete. By an athlete, I don't mean bodybuilder. For the most part, it is for like someone who's into a sport, like a football player or a rugby player, American football player. All those sports is where you look into a program and you prioritize the most important traits. For example, if I'm working with a football player and I realize that, okay, fine, this guy is great, his strength is awesome, his stamina is awesome, but his dribbling and his agility is not the best. So dribbling over here is skill specific. It's not something that I as a coach would take as my priority, because that is not my area of expertise. My area would be to maximize his agility by giving him agility drills. So that will be my priority in his programming. So I hope this clarifies the whole idea of programming. It is very specific. You want to build muscle, you want to focus on a muscle building or a hypertrophy program, and it does take time. You want to build strength, it is the same situation all over again. If you want to have all these 4 attributes, I mean, whatever, any attribute like endurance, strength, agility, this, that, if you can have it, but there's always going to be a trade-off and you have to prioritize accordingly. And in order to get the best out of all these scenarios, it's all about time. So with that being said, guys, in order for you to reach your goals, remember, it takes time. I get many questions like, you know what, I'm doing 60 on the bench press. How long will it take for me to get 100? I mean, I don't know. It takes time. It is very subjective. And people come to me saying, dude, how are you lifting like this? How are you doing that? To be very honest, I've never really cared about numbers. That has not been my goal. But then I've been practicing and fine-tuning my lifts with proper technique for years and years and years. And that in itself is like a long-term macro program. Okay, not the best way to put it, because it was not something well thought of, but moving with certain form and specific techniques over the long period of time is definitely going to fine-tune all these parameters. So as a trainee, or if you have certain goals, remember it is going to take time, number one. Secondly, do not compare yourself with others. You don't know what people are doing. God knows what's happening. Do not look into social media. It can pull you down. It is very confusing. You want to take it one step at a time. A program is essentially a foundation, or rather a set tool in order for you to optimize your performance and reach your goal in the most fastest and the best way possible. It is subjective on person to person based on what they need to optimize. A strength-based program will be used to increase or maximize your strength. Similarly, a powerlifting program works along those lines, but it is in so much detail that the idea is, okay, fine, how do I efficiently, in the best possible way, move a bar from position A to position B? So all these details do matter. So it is not as simple as last week I did 17.5 kgs, why can't I do 20 kgs this week? For all you know, it will take you years to hit that 20 kgs. It's all about these small parameters that you need to take into consideration in order to get things going. So this is how a program is supposed to be in a nutshell. It takes time, it takes years. If you really want to reach your goals, make sure you get the best out of your program. I would highly recommend you hire a well-qualified coach who knows what he's doing. So with that being said, I hope this answers some of your questions, and hope you guys liked the video. If you have any questions, you need anything, put it down in the comment section. Make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe.